neighborhood. This is your property. This is your area.
Students from Kashmere, Barbara, Jordan, and Wheatley high schools participated in Kashmere Gardens Community Day.
When they were playing, the refrigerator that he replaced in the backyard fell on top of the two children, and they were both found dead. So when you see exterior storage of refrigerators, appliances, when you're going to school, next door to your grandmother, next door to your aunt, call those violations in. Call 311. They are important. But you know what? They might not be important right now, and they might be funny right now until it happens to you, or your brother, or your cousin, or your next door neighbor.
Several city departments spoke on the importance of community involvement and using 311 to report dangerous situations in their neighborhood.
If you have an incident where anyone you know has been bitten by a dog, if there's stray dogs running loose, if there's a threat in your neighborhood, call 311. Animal control will respond to that.
The students met with Mayor Annise and District B Council member Jerry Davis.
And today we're out here as a coordinated effort sweep with myself, Mayor's office, to tackle issues of illegal dumping, weeded lots, and dangerous stray dogs. In 2013, a young lady was attacked by 15 stray dogs while standing at a bus stop going to work. And so we spoke with some of the people from Wheatley because the lady who was attacked, her son, went to Wheatley High School, and he wanted to help us out with this initiative. And what we want to do is go and knock on doors, tell people about our city ordinances. Those 15 dogs that were out there, they just weren't strays. They once belonged to someone. They had collars on their necks. And so what we want to do is let them know that your dogs need to be latched behind a fence or on a leash. We also want to let them know that it's your responsibility to be a good neighbor, not a nuisance. Our city ordinance states that you can't have grass over 9 inches tall. And clearly, as you look around the neighborhood, we're going to see several houses that are violating our city ordinance. And last but not least, I want you all to work with us so you can understand the importance of your local government. And it's not just us, but we need your help to move forward. With the amount of people that we have out here today, educating our community, let them know that we need their support so we can feel free to walk up and down our neighborhoods and not feel threatened by chased by dogs. And so again, that's why I want to thank you for coming out today. And without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to the mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Davis. I'm glad to be back out here. We had tried to schedule this once before, and there was a torrential rain, cold weather that came through. We had to reschedule, so I'm glad we're back out here. And I look forward to walking with some of y'all and getting to know some of you who are volunteers and getting to know a little bit more about this neighborhood. As the council member indicated, this is an area, these are homes. People live here. They want to have a good quality of life. Most of them want to be good neighbors. They just may not know what the rules are. They may not know what our expectations are. Then there are other folks who have no intention of abiding by the rules and don't care. The fewer of that second category we have, the better everything is for that first category of people who want to do the right things, who want to be a good neighbor, and who just want to enjoy their home and getting up, going to work, coming home, and enjoying the peace and quiet of being in a neighborhood. We don't have to go out and have these conversations. The laws are the laws. Everybody has a responsibility to know what those laws are. But we want to have these conversations because what we've discovered is that a lot of folks just don't know what the expectations are. They may have grown up out in the country and you had your dog and it ran up and down the road and it was no big deal. But you can't do that in the city. Some folks may have grown up and every year your dog had puppies or your cat had kittens and you didn't worry about it because that was just life. But we have to euthanize, which is a nice way of saying we have to kill thousands and thousands and thousands of animals every year. And the ones we don't pick up and euthanize can be found terrorizing neighborhoods. And so having a conversation with folks about, the city ordinance, your dog has to be licensed, your pet ought to be spayed, you need to have vaccinations. There just may be some ignorance out there. And then finally, and I have learned this in some of these door-to-door initiatives, a lot of folks are just really touched and pleased that someone cares enough to knock on the door and have a conversation. Now, you may get some folks who are happy to see you, and you may get some folks who are not happy to see you, but I guarantee that just the fact that you are going through these neighborhoods and talking to people will make a difference. And I hope it inspires those of you with these yellow vests on to perhaps get more involved in the city of Houston and commit to do more as a community to make things better here. I want to thank the Department of Neighborhoods, which we created to specifically focus on the problems of neighborhoods, but also the Solid Waste Department, the Houston Police Department, and BARC, our animal control organization, which is part of the ARA division of the city of Houston, for personnel, the training, the assistance. But all you young people are the boots on the ground that are going to make this work. Because believe me, it'd be pretty miserable to be out here, council member, if there were just like three of us knocking on the doors. It'd take a long time. I'm go back to, you're making a difference. You know you're making a difference. And the fact that you care enough to be out here, I think will impress a lot of the folks in this neighborhood. So thanks for being a part of this initiative.
After some photo ops with Mayor Parker, the students hit the streets, going door to door to speak with residents about issues such as weeded lots, abandoned homes, stray dogs, and illegal dumping.
Well, I think it's important because the neighbor needs to be involved as well. They need to know what the limits are for the grass, and to have these stray dogs, it's messing with the education as well.
You guys are going to work the left side of the street. These guys here will work the right side of the street.
I believe it's important to be informed as a whole and somebody a part of the community, because if you're informed about something that you weren't currently informed about, it's better to learn about these things. You can be more aware of what you can and can't do, and it only doesn't benefit you as a community, but it benefits everybody else who's involved.
Some of the kids had the opportunity to help carry a heavy box in for their neighbor.
I believe us personally as a community and school students would love to help. We love helping the community. This is our community, and the future depends on us. But if we're not educated, we can't really help. So I believe what the mayor is doing is an amazing experience. We get to help the community and really diversify what we learn with everybody else.